made up some child support figures. Shout out to Myra. It looks like he might be on the hook for $864,000 over the child support term. So basically a million. If you had to work for it, you would easily have to earn what, $1.1 million, because the 864 that you might get is going to be tax free, right? And so I mean, it could be less, but it could be a lot more. But if you actually had to get a job, you would actually have to work and earn maybe like 1.1, $1.2 million. No, it would be a lot more because you'd be in a different tax bracket. Anyway, let's just round it up to $1 million. You know, you got $1 million in your tummy. What do you think about that?
I don't think of it that way.
It's fucked up the way that I said it, right?
Right, like I don't think of it like that.
Damn, bro.
Someone said the lead attorney ain't shit. Listen,
that's a very extreme way to go about it there.
Listen, I'm just telling you, man. Divorce. Listen, you talk to a 20-year divorce attorney, we're gonna tell you what the deal is. Like, I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, right? But it's your decision. But I would be lying if women did not think in terms of resources. If you're a man, you need to know this. You need to know that it absolutely plays into the position that the woman is in. And so if you think that the woman doesn't notice that your child support obligation over the life of the child might be almost $1 million, then you're wrong. You know, I'm not telling you, and honestly, guys in the chat, I'm not telling her something that she hasn't considered, if we're going to be honest. It'd be different if she was like 17, 18. She's 27 years old, guys. This is a grown woman. So I'm not telling her anything that she has not considered multiple times, if we can be honest. Really, guys, I'm just telling you, because you guys might not have considered it. You guys might not have thought about the number. I promise you she has thought about this multiple times. But having said that, so you say you have about 3 weeks to make a decision?
I do.
Hopefully
it's made before that.
Yeah. Malevolent Elephant wants to know, can you ask her why she walked off the Fresh and Fit show when she was on it? Yes. And guys, listen, first of all, thank you so much, Malevolent Elephant, for the super generous super chat. I also want to thank Tam. Tam with $100 super chat. We were the chat was going so fast and we were talking, I didn't get a chance to shout it out before it disappeared. But now, you know, I always say there's a sponsor to the stream, and right now Tam is in the lead with the $100 super chat. Thank you so much for a sponsor. And she also sponsored a past live stream as well that went completely off the rails. I mean, it was the worst live stream I ever had, and she sponsored it. So thank you so much, Tam, for always supporting your boy. And really, thank you to all of the super chats. I was so close to quitting, guys. You guys don't know how much your support means to me, because I thought all this was BS. And so all of this is unimaginable. So thank you. But when somebody steps outside and just really just knocks it out of the park, I really want to acknowledge people like Malevolent Elephant, and especially the current sponsor of this stream, Tam. So Gray, Malevolent Elephant asks, Can you explain why you walked off the Fresh and Fit show when you were on it?
I said a little bit of it last night, with Pascal, but I just,
yeah. And sorry not to cut you off, but let's just assume that no one has seen Pascal's show. So if you feel like you're repeating yourself, that's fine. Let's just assume that no one has seen it. All right. So you're telling your story to 4,000 people to the very first time. Why did you walk off the show?
Basically, the way they conduct themselves was something that was very uncomfortable for me. When you walk in, they give you a waiver, which I understand, but they also give you a drink, and I don't really partake in drinking, so that was already kind of strange for me. I'd never been on a podcast. I didn't know what a podcast was. I didn't know anything. So I was dressed obviously incorrectly.
We're watching the
They had
lead
ass
attorney,
and titties out, and I'm like in sweatpants and a tank top. Like,
and
so
we
I felt
watching the
a
Pascal
little
show.
off.
The lead attorney,
The
this
lights
is
were
his
bright as
actual
hell.
channel.
It's hot. It was
That's on live
uncomfortable.
right
I
now.
have social anxiety, which is something that I do. A lot of people say, "Oh, you should go to therapy." I do attend therapy, but it just was a very overwhelming situation for me, and the topics that they were speaking on, I really could honestly say I didn't care about, and a lot of the women were contradicting themselves, and I didn't want to start speaking and pointing things out because I felt like there was no need. I just felt like I needed to leave, and I think that that's what I've been raised where if you feel like something is incorrect or you feel like you don't want to be there, just leave. And so that's what I did.
Got you. Jay says, listen, let's be honest. The women who go on there, go on there for a reason.
Yeah.
You have your social media presence. You have an OnlyFans. Did
We're
you
gonna
get
listen
the
to this
amount
for
of
the next
clout
couple
that you
minutes.
thought you were going to get by going on there?
No, but because I didn't go on there for clout, I didn't plug my Instagram not once. I didn't plug my OnlyFans. A lot of women do that. I didn't plug it. I didn't mention it. I didn't say it.
You mentioned it now.
So that's not
You
what
hit
I
the
was there for. I
jackpot.
was there because someone asked me to go. They invited me, and I wanted to keep my word. That's what I went for. I didn't go for that.
You went there because someone invited you and you wanted to keep your word?
Literally, I tried to back out. I was downstairs in the building, and I tried to back out. I was like, "Listen, I don't want to do it. Something doesn't feel right." And the person that
She's
invited
acting
me,
like a
he was
victim
allowed
again.
to, pick who was on the podcast that night. He was like, just do it.
What's up? What's up, people?
What's
up?
Easy to
whoever's here right now.
To
thanks for showing
sway
up.
sometimes because
I just got on about
like
8 minutes ago.
I like to upset people, and
thank you.
Even as a grown woman, sometimes I don't make the best decisions. I really could have and should have left, but I didn't, and I was there. But no, I didn't get the amount of clout that I wanted because there was no specific amount of clout that I wanted.
Oh, okay. Taking a little accountability.
So you said that you went there the first time and you were kind of waffling on it, and you thought maybe you shouldn't go, but you felt obligated to go because you had already given your friend you had given your friend your word that you would go, and so then you went. And then when you were on there, you were like, no, this isn't right. It's hot. There are too many lights. These women out here, they're all dressed in a way that's different than me. So I feel like I'm sticking out. I'm not comfortable here. The women who are talking, they're contradicting themselves. These fresh and fit guys are trying to, they're giving everybody drinks. And so I don't like this environment. And so then you left, right? But then after you left on a different day, you actually went back on the show. Is that right?
The very next day. The very next day.
All right. Okay, so what? So you're saying you're not doing it for clout, Gray? But then it's like, why do you keep going back and forth on this show when you're saying that everything about this show is wrong? You're not dressed right. The energy is wrong. You've got social anxiety. The women are lying. The women are contradicting themselves. They're giving you things to drink that you don't want to drink. So then you get in there, you actually sense it. It's hot. You're sweaty. You're like, forget it. I'm leaving. You leave. But then you turn around and you show up at those same doors under those same lights with those
Come join me, guys.
Very next day?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Because I felt like, for one, leaving made me feel like a bitch. Like, it made me feel like a punk. And it felt like something that I mentally needed to overcome. Even if I never went on it again, I felt like I needed to interact, and I felt like I had things to say. And I felt like, actually, the second time that group was a lot more, they were a lot more honest and open, and the discussion was a little bit easier. The women the first time were kind of like really plugging themselves, and really, like, some of them really were clout chasing. would dominate the conversation and make it about them. Oh, I do this and I do music. But the second crowd was kind of just like, I really just have some stuff to say and I want to get it off. And so that's what I did. I don't regret it either. I don't regret going back. If you look at the comments, a lot of people, you know, thought that it was pretty dope that I went back. And I think it was too. I don't regret it.
Okay, so you're saying that the second group of women were a lot cooler. It was a lot better, right?
Okay.
But that's not something you didn't know that the second group was going to be cooler until you actually showed up.
Right.
Right. So like let's say that you're on a date, a first date with a dude, and you go down to his basement, right? And you're like, you know, it's sketchy down here in this basement, you know. He's got all these whips and chains, and like it's uncomfortable.
This guy, the lead
like
attorney, is
and so
very intelligent. Y'all need to go follow
But then he
him.
calls you up and he's like, "Hey,
It's
do you want to
called
come
the
down
lead
to the basement?" And he's
attorney.
like, "Oh yeah, I'll come." Do you understand why it's kind of hard to? I mean, you were so against it in the very. You were so against it in the very first situation.
With that analogy, the basement analogy, yeah, that wouldn't make sense. But to me, this wasn't a basement. It was something that you could see in my face. Like I literally was trying my hardest to stay there. So I felt like it wasn't a basement to me necessarily. It was uncomfortable, but I don't know. I'm just the type of person, I give everything at least a second chance. I really do. And the second chance I come and it fell off, then I just would have left again. I would have got up and walked out again.
So you would have given the basement a second chance?
Not the basement. No,
I thought you said you're the type of person that gives things a second chance.
Not the basement. Not the basement. No, wait, no. If you say whips and chains and things,
Yo, we got to get that over. Let me turn this off real quick. Let me get this off. Hold on. Oh my God, this lady is like, I mean, it's just all about clout chasing. You know, that's the end of that video. Go follow that man right there. The lead attorney. Very well spoken. He's actually a 20-year divorce attorney, I believe. This guy, I mean, he's been doing this live stream for hours. You know, I guess that's what he usually would do. But this says a lot, and I want to speak on these high value. This is the honest question: do high value men, get women like that pregnant? You know, give women that that's looking for that exchange. Like if he not allegedly get them pregnant. The guy Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. That's actually his business. But this is what we try to tell you. We, like men in our society, don't take accountability just as much as the women. But the difference is nobody don't feel sorry for the man, and we shouldn't. Nobody shouldn't feel sorry for what I did that was unaccountable, that was a bad decision, I should say. No, don't feel sorry for me. You know, it's supposed to be like that. But you're trying to follow behind these women, and then for what they say, this young lady, Miss Cheeks, what she call herself, aka Gray, I don't know. You know, I mean, this is what you get. This is who you're going to get. You're going to get a woman in this society, for the most part, that's going to do whatever. And now she's supposed to be 2-3 weeks pregnant by this man. You know, she's supposed to be 2 or 3 weeks pregnant by this man. And I don't feel sorry for him at all. Because this is the same man, just like the lead attorney was saying at the beginning of his live, this is the same man that's, asking for $1,000 to get any advice from him as how to handle themselves as a man in this woman worshiping society. Like, why would I want to pay $1,000, but it's many men that did it because, again, we live in a world where people are looking for leaders, and it's tremendously sad. It's completely sad, to be honest with you. And we need to understand how this ain't the way to go at all. You can't be following behind these people. These are not the people you're supposed to be following behind. Follow yourself. We're gonna go to another video that she done with what's the guy's name? Here we go. His podcast, YouTube podcast, is the Pasco Show. We're gonna go into some information what she was saying and everything, and she was literally telling the world that this man like forced her the first time, forced her into sex positions and stuff like that. But she went back 2 to 3 times for more. That's what allegedly she ended up pregnant now. And this is what I don't get, but I don't get when it comes to from the man. Why aren't you taking your own precautions? He even said on the texts that they got together that that she's supposed to be taking a Plan B pill. Like, again, this is the same man that want other men to pay him $1,000 to show them how to protect themselves. A man that's telling the woman she should have took the Plan B pill instead of him taking, the precautions on his own. That's not accountability. That's no self-accountability either way. So let's go into this real quick. I'm gonna share this video. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I think it was this one. Yep, here we go. On to this video a little bit. He's reading the text right now, and then we're gonna go a little bit further. So let him read her her tweets that she put on to the Twitter the other day, a couple days ago. Miss Cheeks. Hold on.
She's referring to Myron Gaines of Fresh and Fit. He is fit of Fresh and Fit, okay? The tall one, all right? The loudest one in the room. He's really, really he really is more of the main, he's more of the biggest voice of that podcast. Let's be straight funky, okay? But I'm going to go through a little bits and pieces of this thing, okay? So that man, Myron Gaines, emotionally manipulates and coerces women into extremely rough and degrading entanglements. All right, he does things that he knows women don't like. He gets on top of them and overpowers them. He pulls their hair and puts them in positions where it's not easy to stop him. Once he gets on top of you, he's in control. He doesn't use prophylactics, y'all. He doesn't give the option. He would take advantage of you and your body. And if you're a person who panics when you can't get out of something, if your body shuts down and you can't move, if you go onto mental shock or into mental shock, it's over for you. This is the same man that says women have to demonstrate entanglement value before a man can take them seriously. At the same time, he says once a woman gives up the sex, she loses and the man wins. He also says it's a woman's job to please a man during entanglements and to maintain a man after. He will say ish like that. Or he will say ish like, I want to make you the star of the show. I want to help you make money. I want to boost your OnlyFans, get you more followers. I know how to help you make 100K quick. I won't take any money from you. I care about you, and I want to help you. Let's go down a little bit more. Okay? He took me out to eat. He stayed on his phone the entire time. He had a consultation with one of his fans over the phone. He did nothing but talk-ish and talk down to the boy. It felt terrible. He was extremely controlling. We slept together. I had to lay how he wanted me to. Even wanted to control how I looked. Tried to tell me what to wear when we went out, how my eyebrows looked, how my hair looked, as if I wasn't attracted enough the way that I was. He told me that he potentially wanted more than entanglements with me. So I convinced myself that I misconstrued everything that happened. But the more he revealed, the more I realized he really didn't like anything about me except for how genuine I was. And I've gotten a chance to talk to her so far, and she is very, very down to earth. He saw me as weak, and I was weak. Sometimes he even records his entanglements. He's not dumb. He keeps himself legally clear and asks permission to record. But clout is a drug. We've already been talking about that for a long time, ladies and germs. Clout is most definitely a drug. And like I said before, he has used this. Like we just talked to Anna Quinn Fitness last night. All right. And if you haven't seen that video or that interview yet, go and check it out. But there you go. Okay. Clout is a drug. He was using that same thing over on Anna Quinn as well. It's a drug that he uses to prey on women, and even women that don't give a clout about clout. He finds a way. All right. After I had
making another victim, so-called feminist woman a victim when she's not, and then make it just to make sure that she ain't the only one that said it. This is the problem with not bringing every woman into your home more than ever before in this generation. This is the problem more than ever before. Who you choose to bring home. That is the biggest problem that we have today. If you choose to bring home a woman like that, woman that comes from probably poverty, woman that's a baby mom, and the father's not even in the child's life, and you think you're going to make it better, especially when you're giving all these other men advice, and you charge $1,000 for that advice. Charge $2, $3, $4K. If they dumb enough to take that money, give that money to you, let's keep it going. But my whole thing is about why in the hell aren't we understanding that? That's why I kind of respect the men that go their own way, because most of those men are making, in my opinion, better decisions on who they allow in their sanctuary. And then when you a so-called high-value man, the lead attorney was saying, she can literally you can sign an affidavit saying this is what we're going to do, this is what we're not going to do, this and that third. But once that woman say no, in between what they know they're going to do, they already signed the affidavit, you still have to stop. I knew that part. But the part I didn't know, if you don't stop as soon as she say it, and I kind of did know that. I know that too. If you don't stop as soon as she say to stop, then it's another problem. Yeah, even a bigger problem. This when the R word comes about. And you're letting loosey-goosey women into your sanctuary. I don't care if you're a broke man, such as myself, compared to high value men. Oh, I don't care if you're a high value man. These women are playing for keeps. And the most unwilling woman that don't want a relationship, Onlyfans type of woman, making bad decisions, baby daddy after baby daddy. When that woman said you done something and did something, being as though she keep coming back for more, you a done deal. You are a done deal. She keeps coming. It doesn't even matter. You're the guilty one. It's, I mean, if you got a problem with what I'm saying, hey, you got a problem with the truth. Let's hear what she got to say. This is Miss Cheeks, aka Gray, whatever. Let's get it going.
This stuff is real.
This is a text. All right,
a voice
mail.
A voice mail or voice
right here,
get
right
her
here.
into bed. Basically saying, he's trying to,
This is the text and everything. And this listen to this young woman. She's 27 years old. Just listen to what she has to say about all this. Let's keep it going.
These text messages are a little bit different from the text messages that Anna Quinn Fitness received. Okay, this is more he's trying to romance her and all that stuff. I'm assuming, which I'm going to ask Gray here in a second, I'm assuming this is after their first time being together, after their entanglement, okay? But he's like, I'm waking up, I think waking up together naked wouldn't be too bad. She said, it sounds good, but I'm thinking like beyond that, then what, I can't expect you to tell me, especially when I have demonstrated my value, quote unquote, entanglement value, as you put it, LOL. But I just want to turn into someone that you I don't want to turn into someone that you just spent the night with. I'm getting way too old for this ish. Okay? Hell no, he says. You know too much at this point. Ha ha. I don't want to do one night stands anymore. I have a lot to lose with all the fame we are getting. What are you doing now? She says grocery shopping. He says, I just got into bed. You adventurous? Huh. She says, I think you should sleep. A bunch of emojis. Then, this is like half of the text. I don't know what it's saying here. I'm not sure what you're interested in from me. And so I really just don't know how to proceed right now. All right. So he says, I just want.
And earlier, she's on the lead attorney's live podcast right now. Earlier, this woman was talking about how she's not looking for clout, but you're putting all your business on the table. I want to make this clear again. I don't blame these modern day non-traditional women at all. I blame the males. Even these fake wannabe alpha dudes get the blame as well. They're not making good decisions because they don't have the DICK discipline that they always talk about. They don't have it. But they fooling people because, again, as I said before, the people that they are fooling, they're looking for leaders because we're living in a sheep type of world. And we've been living in that even before I was even born, for what I did my research for the most part. But now we have information on our phones. This says why it's a lot of mentally unstable people, shallow, unaccountable people in this society. It's just the truth. Just the damn right truth. Let's keep it going.
On a girl that listens to me. You're making things very hard. She says, LOL. You can find that anywhere. Why do you want it from me? Like, how do you just want me to blindly listen? do I at least get to know what I'm listening for? Am I listening because you want to just bang me? Am I listening because you think you may potentially want something more? What am I listening for? LOL. He says both on the bottom. Now, here's the thing. If you still don't believe that this stuff is real, there is a voice mail or a voice note or whatever you want to call it that he sent her. And it goes a little something like this.
Hang out, go for a walk, something like that. And yeah, enjoy the sunrise the next day together on the balcony. So yeah, I'd be happy to have a night with you alone.
Does that sound like him? Yeah, that sounds like him. Okay, so he's trying to say some sweet nothings. He's trying to romance her. Right. Now, we do, of
Real
course.
quick, guys, you got to be better than this shit. You can't leave no recordings for these women. You can't even, a lot of times, you can't even text them. And you know you're dealing with a woman that's about that clout shit. It's got OnlyFans account. I can't believe, but again, I don't knock his hustle. I just can't believe people pay $1,000 to get advice from this man. Yeah, I'm not the smartest person in the room, but the more that I have to lose, the more smarter that I am. Let alone his podcast is doing great numbers. You have to humble yourself. Even when I said in my live with what's her name? With the track runner, the race, Miss Shakari Richardson, even when I say in my live, like, you got to take accountability, man. You got to be humble. You got to take that loss. But at the same time, you got to know when you're going to lose. And you're losing when you're texting and doing video chats with these modern day unaccountable women. Let's keep it going.
Have Gray with us on the show.
We
have got to talk about
move
Twitter,
forward a little bit.
or were you more concerned about your social media following and stuff, knowing that they have a large platform, and you're like, well, if they let me in, I still can save face because I don't like looking like a fool in front of thousands of people. Could that be the reason as well?
It could have been 2 people, and I still wouldn't have wanted to look like a bitch. You know what I mean? I didn't go there for that. And if you see, like, a lot of the women, talked about their OnlyFans and plugged their OnlyFans and plugged their Instagrams. I didn't do any of that. I didn't plug any of my stuff because I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? What I do on Instagram, it gets traction on its own. I really don't need misogynistic men to help me gain a platform, and the followers that I have gained from them.
Oh, now he's misogynistic, but you're thinking about having his baby, and you had sex with him several times after you say he was forcing himself on you. This is the mindset. This is why you men have to understand logic. You have to understand your society. You have to. I know she's fine, she's sexy, but you got to figure shit out, man. Man, this could be costly. This is going to be costly when she had that baby. Absolutely.
And had to either block or set straight or call out on their bullshit or tell them not to bring that bullshit to my page. So it's been more of a headache than anything else.
But you still still getting all your interviews.
Fair enough. Okay. So let's go back to the podcast. Podcast number 2, you showed up, right? Mm-hmm. You showed up, which a lot of people, if they know the story, I'm sure, like we just kind of covered that. Sure, they would probably have a couple questions of like, hey, why would you just come back? But you still came back. You wanted to show good face. So you did. You showed up. You did your thing. So after the show, that's when he started to try to holler, or was he trying to holler before then? Like, when was the numbers exchanged, the phone numbers? Because obviously those screenshots, those receipts that you have are from phones. That's not Twitter or Instagram. So when did the numbers get exchanged?
It was after the second podcast. I was downstairs actually talking to the door lady. That's my best friend at the building. And he asked me for my number, and he
like a man
he
should.
was like really smooth. He was mad smooth.
He's smooth.
He was really confident. Like, he was so smooth. He came up to me and he was like, you know, I really admire you for coming back on here. It was really mature of you to apologize.
But still,
all
that's
this
their
stuff.
excuse.
And he was like, you know, he started talking his shit early because he was like, you know, we got to get your Instagram up. We can get your OnlyFans up. We can get shit popping. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, oh shit, okay. So he's like, you know, you want to hang out? And I'm like, that.
Playing victim.
I don't see a problem with it because
I got misled.
Different.
Same talking points.
Just like women sometimes get on platforms, and I mean, I don't, but get on platforms and they kind of portray their character. I felt like that's what
you're
he was
doing. That now.
So I wanted to know if that's who he was always. You know.
She's doing that now. She's doing that right as we speak. She's doing it now. What the hell is she talking about? Telling you, boy. I'm telling you, but.
So he was coming at you in that particular way, trying to say what's up. That he was also using his clout in a way to leverage getting your number or enticing you to go and have dinner or go out. So then what happened? I know that you said it in the tweets, but you know, a lot of things are left in between those 150 characters. So where did you guys go for dinner? How was the date? I know he was looking at his phone, but what else happened in that date?
So basically a couple days passed and I was supposed to be on a couple of the podcasts, but I wasn't. I was invited. I didn't go. Because I just didn't want to. But a couple days passed and I kind of let it simmer for a second because I was like, I'm about to just throw myself on this man. And we kind of texted a little bit, but not much. And then he invited me to come watch another podcast.
Yeah.
So I did. I was sitting in the back.
It was them. That's that victimhood. It was them. It was he. It was she. It was everybody. That's that victimhood. And they've been taught well. Sometimes if I was a modern day non-traditional woman, if I had that mindset, I'd say, hey, I don't get no accountability thrown my way. So I might as well keep on going with it. It's a lot of beta males in this society. So I might as well keep on going with it. It's a lot of idiots that will make a woman like this a baby, somebody's baby mother. A lot of idiots like Myron from Fresh and Fit.
No worries. Oh, I can still hear you loud and clear.
Okay, anyway, I don't want to keep on talking about that because it's silly. We could be here all day talking about this and everything. Point is, of this whole live today, and I'm going to be doing another live soon, probably tonight or tomorrow. The point is, on this whole live, man, just watch what's going on. Just stop making these freaking bad judgment calls. Stop trying to make everybody your leader because most of your leaders ain't shit either. They're making as bad decisions as they possibly can too because they're human. But please know this. Please understand, and I'm talking to the men, especially the young black men. Please understand that nobody don't give a shit about your victimhood. Even if you're a high value man or a man that's living check by check. You got to figure this shit out, man. You got too much information that's upon your hands any way you want to look at. And again, I'm not perfect, but I'm going to learn from my mistakes. But maybe this was this Myron from Fresh and Fit mistake to learn from. But please stop. Let him keep on. hey, his hustle is his hustle. You know, you want to give him your $1,000 just for some advice from another fake alpha male. Keep on doing your thing, but just know and understand that you're following behind someone that shouldn't be no one's leader. Point blank. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this this video, this live. When you get up in here and you watch this video, please like and subscribe. Peace. Again, I'm sorry. Please like and subscribe, guys. You're listening to Dream Big Podcast. Kasim Lamar.